Ooh, right, okay. Fuck. Hello everybody, world famous Canadian actor Stephen Mann here. Today I'm going to be reviewing John Wick Chapter 3. Okay, so I want to start off this video by apologising because I have a cold, so I'm sorry if I sound like this. Not if, I do sound like this, so I'm sorry. Also, it's been a little while since I made my little Shazam review. In that time, I probably should have reviewed Avengers Endgame, but I couldn't be fucked. I'm gonna do a mini little review of Endgame, cause fuck it. I really like that film. I just want to put that out there. It's real good. If you wanted to go see it, you've already gone and seen it, so you don't need a recommendation from me. It's good. I give it an 8 out of 10. Cool. Right, on with John Wick. John Wick Chapter 3 is the third part, no shit, in a trilogy, no shit. This movie is the third film in the John Wick series, with the first two films being pretty fucking great, in the grand scheme of things. They're fantastic examples of how to do action incredibly well for their entire runtime. The main thing I can say about those two movies is essentially they're just pure fun, they're just pure joy. They do one thing and they do one thing extremely well. Everything else is basically just completely sidelined because it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of these movies. And the exact same thing can be applied to Chapter 3 here. This movie just has such a fucking great pace, it's so good. It never lets up, it never gets slow, it never gets repetitive, even though the film is pretty much entirely action. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes, and very little of that runtime is given to anything that isn't the action. The problem with action movies is that you've got to ride the line, because if your films are a flipping headache, then they're not fun. What constitutes good action in my book is you can tell what's going on, it's well choreographed, and most importantly, I'm not getting a flipping brain tumour from watching it. The problem that so many action movies have is that they're constantly cutting and they've got shaky cam, and it all contributes to just messing with your head and you want to throw up and it's not fun. John Wick's biggest strength across all three of these films is just that it's so well choreographed and so well shot and edited. It's fantastic. The best part about it is that you're never really thinking about it. You're never questioning who is who, where is everybody, who's fucking in the room. You don't care because you know. What am I on about? This film's choreography is fantastic. It basically has to be. You've got to make the action flipping good and entertaining to watch. What's so great is that they really don't just limit fights to be punching and shooting and stabbing. Instead, they're using the environments, they're using horses, they're using books, because that makes for a much more engaging and well-flowing scene, because it feels natural instead of just one thing and one thing only. This film is well acted. No one gives a bad performance. Fuck. Keanu Reeves is flipping Keanu Reeves, and we love Keanu Reeves, so that's all that matters. Other than that, I don't know. There's no one that stood out as bad, but I wasn't really paying attention, if I'm being perfectly honest. This film has a very appropriate score. It's very fast paced. It really keeps scenes going and moving along. This film has a great look. The John Wick films, one of my favourite things about them is that they are really colourful. They don't just stick with like the greys and blacks that a lot of kind of tough films try to go for. Instead, it embraces the fact that it's entertainment and it's just a visual feast, and the fact that it's bringing in lots of bright colours, neons, makes the film more entertaining and more engaging, because you don't feel like you're looking at flipping nothing. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it makes the world feel more alive instead of just gruff and tough, which it doesn't have to be. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say on this film. It's incredibly entertaining, it's stupidly entertaining. Really, honestly, I can't recommend it enough if you are just looking for a couple hours of pure bliss, entertainment. Something that holds your attention from start to finish, never lets up, never fails to impress, and going for John Wick 3. Anyway, absolutely love this film. Solid entertainment. Go see it. Highly recommend. Fucking solid 8 out of 10.